Back again with another video. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to start your very own blog. How to start your very own blog. And people have been asking me about this for a while now. A lot of people have been contemplating about starting blogs, starting websites, some area of maybe expertise they might have, or maybe some area where maybe you might have a message, something that you want to share with the world, something that you want to just put out there, see how people respond to it. Or maybe you want to make a difference in this world. Or maybe you want to start a little club and you want to use the blog as a way to send out your ideas, your thoughts within this small little community or something like that. Regardless of what you want to do, here's the whole concept of a blog. The concept of a blog is to basically, don't reinvent the wheel with a blog. The whole concept is to do something, take something that you already know how to do, skill set, hobby, passion, dream, experiences, any area of expertise, and you want to be able to talk about it damn near like it's effortless. Like you can do it with your eyes closed. That's the whole concept of a blog. The concept of a blog is not to research and find some new information and summarize it and post it on your blog. No. Take what you already know, something that you've probably done, experiences in the past, or maybe it's something that you're already doing. And you want to be able to write about it. And you want to be able to take your blog and put it in front of a certain group of people, an audience, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, wherever this could be. And P.S. and by the way, Facebook is believe it or not, it's not the best place for blogs. Now, Facebook is good for sharing. If you can get people to share your blog, that's cool. But more than likely, Facebook is probably not going to be the ideal place for your blog. It's probably going to be YouTube. So these are just some things you should think about before you get started on the blog. You have to map out, you have to write stuff down. This is before the graphics, before the software, before any of that stuff. Write down what niche you really or what topic you really want to talk about. This is like the groundwork basically when it comes to starting a blog. You have to write down what you really want to talk about. What do you know that comes easy to you, but not so much to anybody else? So that could be passion, hobbies, dreams, aspirations, skills, experiences, etc. And the next thing you have to do is you got to get hosting. Now, if you don't know what hosting is like it's like the framework or the foundation that your blog sits on. So without hosting, you have nothing, basically. And a lot of this stuff might sound a little technical to you, because some hosting have FTP and cPanel, If you don't know what this is, don't worry about it, But the hosting that I would highly recommend you check out is Bluehost.com or GoDaddy.com. And the reason why I say that because they I don't think GoDaddy's going anywhere. And I don't think Bluehost is going anywhere. I've seen a lot of hosting companies come and go since I've been online. So I think GoDaddy.com and Bluehost is it should suit you well. And hosting is a monthly fee. Well, sometimes it's a monthly fee, or it might be every 3 months, every 6 months. But for the most part, it's a monthly fee. And then hosting is pretty cheap, anywhere between just one website, or maybe you have 5 websites, or just a couple, or less than 10 websites. Let's say it like this: you paying anywhere between um 2.99 to $8, $9, $10 at most. And this is if you have 1, 2, 3 websites, because now there's some companies that have packages. You can one package, you can have up to 5 websites for like $2.95 a month. That's Bluehost. And if you have a bunch of sites, you can have unlimited sites, say like for like $5, $6 a month. Or if you have hundreds of sites, you might be paying, I don't know, sometimes $20, $30 a month. So it really depends. But for somebody like you just starting off, I mean, you can pay. It's going to be less than $10. Anything over $10 for one website, it's probably too much. Now after you get established, and maybe you have one of those blogs that might blow up, you have a bunch of content. Now you might want to move up your hosting package. And that's perfectly fine, because the more content you have on your blog, more information, more data, it tends to slow the site down. So at a certain point, if you blow up, you start getting so many people visiting your blog, you probably want to move up one more package. But just starting off, you can stick to the basic package that the hosting company have. Because most hosting companies have 3 packages: basic, plus, or prime. Or it might say something like basic, um, gold, or platinum. That's usually how it goes. But it's mostly 3 packages. But starting off, you can start off cheap, for the most part. And the next thing you have to consider is choosing your website name. Now, see, some people call it a domain name, but a domain name is just a fancy way of saying I have to buy my website name. That's all it is, And there's a lot of places to buy a domain name. None's no better than the other, or worse, or whatever. But I'd say the same place you go to buy your hosting, I would recommend you buy your website name there as well. Or maybe your hosting company doesn't sell website names or domain names. If that's the case, go to GoDaddy or 1on1.com, or one of those places like that, or Bluehost.com. But most places that sell hosting, they sell domain names or website names for the most part. Most of them do. But if they don't, go to GoDaddy.com or Bluehost.com or 1on1.com to get your website name. That's what I would say about that. And the software that I use is, or the framework that I use for my blogs, all my websites really, is WordPress. Now, some people might say, hey, WordPress is not the best. I don't know what software is the best, to be honest. I want my website in HTML format, or I want it in Squarespace, and there's a lot of software out here now. There's a lot of them, man. But I don't know which is best or worse, or I don't know. All I can tell you is WordPress works for me. I haven't had any problems. I've used Upwork. I've had WordPress. I had websites in the past that were um, coded in HTML and JavaScript and CSS, and they work just as well, or pretty much the same as WordPress. So I haven't seen any difference. All I know is WordPress is not going anywhere. I think at this point, most of the websites online, um, I would say anywhere between 40% of websites you see online is probably in the WordPress format at this point. So it's not going anywhere. And I think those more businesses, more people are going to start using WordPress as their software of choice to create blogs and websites, you know. And the hosting is integrated with WordPress. And it automatically, it's like a two-step process that these hosting companies have within, that's integrated within their platform. So that you can easily create a WordPress website within like less than 5 minutes with these hosting companies today. So it's quite fast, you know. So that's easy. Now the I guess the difficult thing for this situation, or the hard part, is the designs. And that, if you're not a good designer, I'm not either. You know, I'm okay, but a lot of times I need help. So there's this WordPress. The reason why a lot of people like WordPress because they have themes. Now, a theme is basically a design, a paid. Well, not all of them are paid, but most themes, most designs, you can actually purchase online. And some designs within the WordPress format is free, but the free ones tend not to be so. They don't look that good, but the paid ones tend to look pretty nice. And these designs, they vary. So a good place to look for themes is StudioPress, StudioPress.com. I think that's the website. Yeah, I think StudioPress.com. And they sell themes anywhere between $20 to $200. You know, so go on there and pick the theme based on. You can pick themes based on your category, your topics that you want to talk about. That's so. If you want to, for example, if you want to garden, if your blog is about gardening, you can go there and pick a theme based on gardening. It looks just like a gardening theme. If your blog is based on sports, they got sports themes. If your blog is based on relationships, they got relationship themes. If it's based on social media, they got social media themes, and on and on and on. So pretty making your blog pretty is I'm not gonna say that should be your goal, but it should be um decent, you know, presentable. Pretty doesn't always work all the time, but it's a good start. You know, so you should like how it look. That's what I'm going to say about that. And other people should like how it look too, because they're going to be visiting your blog, your website. So I think it's a good idea to make your blog look presentable. So P.S. and by the way, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share this video, like this video, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And P.S. and by the way, if you want help with any type of online advertising or marketing, or maybe you want to create an audience online. If you want to create an audience online, go to digitalmarketingfast.com. That's digitalmarketingfast.com. And if you have any questions about anything that I'm talking about in this video, just leave your comments below or send me an email. So next thing you have to do with your blog, you have to promote your blog. Now, there's a lot of ways to do this. You can use SEO. You can use emails to follow up with people. You can build a list of people. See, the whole idea of the blog is to draw a crowd, build an audience. And once you build an audience, you want to follow up with these people. And you want to help them with their problems. You want to help them with, whatever problems they might have at the time. But in order to make money from your blog, you have to follow up with them. So you follow up with them through email or using social media like Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, etc. Wherever your audience is, or wherever the audience of the people that you want to be in front of, that's basically where you got to go. You got to get in front of these people. It could be offline as well. It doesn't have to be exclusively online. It could be offline. But wherever your audience is, or you might have somebody, or you might know somebody that have your audience. If that's the case, I would contact that person and ask that person to let you get on their platform if y'all have a similar audience. That's a good strategy, But you have to use every platform, website, as much as possible to find your audience. And you have to sit down and write out who's your ideal audience, who's your ideal client. That's what you have to figure that out. Nobody can figure that out for you. Like, I give you an example. I have a blog, which I don't promote it as much as I should. But my blog is basically all about dating, relationships, travel. That's pretty much it's more of a lifestyle blog, really. My ideal, target of people, men mostly, is guys anywhere between 21 to, I would say, 21 to 40. That's the main group of guys that usually warm up to me. They usually find my content either by video or by my blog, Instagram. It's the guys. I'll say a good 90% of the guys are between 21 and 40. Of course, there's some other people outside of that age bracket as well, but it's mostly men. 90% men. There's some women. There's even some teenagers that listen to some of my content, and they read some of my stuff, and they even buy some of my books. But this wasn't an overnight thing. This took a couple of months for me to get my my messaging down to a science, and it might take you a while too. This doesn't happen overnight. When it comes to a blog, you have to play the long game. You have to play the long game when it comes to blogs. Now, after you have a following, maybe you built up an email list of hundreds and hundreds of people, or maybe thousands of people, and maybe you have a huge email list of people. Maybe you have, I don't know, 1,000 people on your email list that you can follow up with from your blog. Maybe you have people that subscribe to your blog. a bunch, right? Now, once that happens, you can monetize your blog. Now, if you don't know what monetize is, that's a fancy way of saying you can duplicate your blog to produce 10x the income, the potential of the income. So some people do this with ad revenue. Some people do this with affiliate deals, affiliate marketing. There's a lot of different ways. Some people do this with AdSense from Google, and there's a lot of ad companies out here. There's a lot of them. Some people. I can give you an example. Some people, new people that are just starting off, maybe they have a product that they launch. They're looking for people with that get a lot of visitors on their blog. So someone might contact you and say, "Hey, I see that you're getting a lot of traffic, a lot of people visiting your blog all the time. I'd like to put my banner ad on your blog, or I'd like to put some type of lead generation banner ad or on your blog." And if that's the case, you would charge this person $50, $100, $200, whatever you feel your blog is worth for him or her to put their ad on your blog. So that's an example of monetizing your blog. That's an example of cashing in, as some people might say. Because you know the value of your blog, and this person wants a piece of the action because they want traffic going back to their website or whatever they have to offer. So you're cashing in, so it's a win-win situation. You get the money, he gets the banner on the blog, and he gets some of the shared traffic. So it's a win-win. So that's an example of how to monetize your blog. So there's a lot of ways to monetize your blog. I'm not going to get into all that. This video will be too long for that. So hey, like I said at the beginning of this video, if you want to learn how to promote and market, or maybe you want to create an audience online, go to digitalmarketingfast.com. So, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, share this video, subscribe to my channel. So any questions, any concerns, leave your comments below. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.